Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Ready for your next adventure? KLM Royal Dutch Airlines brings you Real Deal Days, your chance to uncover real adventures and create real memories. Taste the real Amsterdam, explore the real Barcelona, and discover the real Johannesburg, along with many more destinations around the world. Secure your real deal today and seize the moment with KLM Royal Dutch Airlines. Restrictions apply. See terms and conditions at klm.com.
You may get a little excited when you shop at Burlington. Burlington saves you up to 60% off other retailers' prices every day. Will it be the low prices or the great brands? You'll love the deals. You'll love Burlington. I told you so.
Hello and welcome to the Paddock and The Pavilion. I'm Stephen Wallis, and this is the podcast that brings you the best of both horse racing and cricket. Today our focus is on cricket, as I chat to Gloucestershire's exciting young fast bowler, Archie Bailey. Archie shares his journey so far, reflects on his dream county debut at Lord's last summer, and talks about the support he's received from his father, Kim Bailey, the Grand National, Cheltenham Gold Cup and champion hurdle winning trainer. I caught up with Archie just before he set off for South Africa on Gloucestershire's pre-season tour, as he prepares for the start of the new season in early April. Welcome to the show, Archie. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. How are you?
I'm very good. You must be the first father and son I've interviewed on the Paddock and the Pavilion.
Don't really know what to say to that.
Well, let's see if you can be better than your father, who was on episode 224, and we'll be talking about him later in the show. It's pre-season now. What have you been up to since late last September?
I very much enjoyed my month or something off. Boy was quite stiff after the season. And then we just slowly build into training. You always have numerous of technical things you want to work on over the winter, whether that be bowling or batting or maybe even fielding. It's just such a good time to work on the skills that you want to work on.
Do the county keep an eye on you in the pre-season, or are you still going to Bristol?
Yeah, so I'm in Bristol 4 days a week training, Monday to Thursday. Everyone's always got the option of going abroad. I know a lot of players go to, everyone's gone to Perth this year because of Cameron Bancroft. There's been a whole flock of Gloucestershire players going to Perth.
Did you go then?
No. I thought it'd be wiser to stay in Bristol and have a winter of coaching with the Seamers.
So has that been helpful though, having that time to hone skills?
Yeah, no, I think my first winter was really important. First full-on coaching, it was really good for me. It really took me up a notch, actually, from my academy to my first season as a pro. And I mean, hopefully this season does the same. You never know until you play your first game how it is, but I feel really good and very excited to start playing and testing out everything.
But you are soon going off on a pre-season tour.
Yes, we're back out to Stellenbosch for 10 days.
Is that where you went last year?
Yeah, where we went last year. It's such a lovely place. I think we're out there, leave on the 10th of March.
Some very nice wine country there.
It is. We actually went on a few wineries last year. Good golf out there as well.
And have you got some games lined up when you're out there?
Yeah, we're really lucky. Northants are going out at the same time as us. So we've got a 2-day game against them. And we're also playing Durham Uni out there as well. So yeah, should be a good quality of few games.
And then you'll be back in the cold of the UK in end of March. I've looked on the website and you've got some games at the end of March. Now, I used to play cricket regularly and April used to be bad, but the end of March.
Yeah, I don't think I'm too excited to be out there in the cold. And it'd be remarkable if they go ahead. We've got, I know we're playing Somerset.
Yeah, Hampshire as well, I looked up.
Yeah, Hampshire at the Aegeus, which would be really nice. Somerset and Leeds, I think, Leeds Uni.
Yeah, you've got a 3-day game, I'm telling you now. Starts on the 30th of March to the 1st of April. You're playing Leeds and Bradford Uni, yeah.
Yeah, we've got, I think it's 7 days, those 3 days are all going across. It'd be really using our whole squad every day.
And then the actual season starts on the 4th of April with an away game against Derbyshire.
Yeah.
Let's find out, though, a bit about how you got into cricket. So how did it all start for you?
I don't really have a earliest memory of cricket. I think cricket's just been a massive part of my life. Never known not really playing it. From making dad or mum throw me balls in the garden or beach cricket, I think it is everyone's fond memory of growing up. I think my first cricket match was probably when I was 8 or 9, when I joined my prep school. And yeah, just playing local cricket clubs around there. So yeah, it's just always been a part, really. Never known anything different.
So were you always a bowler, or?
No, I was always a batsman. Always a batsman. I was a batter up till 14. I did always open the bowling or was first change, but batting would have been my stronger point at 14 and below.
So were you playing for the county at age groups as a batsman?
No, I never actually made the official county side for our age group. Not until I was 16. I was always in what they call district or development, just the team below.
So dad bowling to you in the garden helped then?
Can't imagine it helped much.
So do you have cricketing heroes when you were growing up?
Yeah, you can't not pass Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad. I think as I got older, Pat Cummins and Mitchell Stark, the two bowlers that I love watching now.
Because you were born on the 28th of June 2005, a fantastic year for English cricket in Northampton, and not quite Jimmy Anderson then, but he's nearly playing as long as that.
Yeah, did he make his debut in 2005, or was it 2006?
You've got me now. I think it's a bit later than that, but good question. Yeah,
I actually no, but I think he played. I think we played Zimbabwe for his Test debut.
He did. It was definitely Zimbabwe. Yes.
Yeah, and I think it could have just been before the Ashes.
So Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad. You must have had some horse racing heroes as well.
Yeah, AP McCoy would be one, and Ruby Walsh. Growing up, I have motivational, like a poster on my wall. My wall used to be kitted out of all these old Ladbrokes betting posters that they get thrown out or something from a past Cheltenham. I used to fill them around my room when I was younger.
So did you do some riding when you were younger?
Yeah, I always had eyes on wanting to become a jockey. I used to ride out Dad's race. I think I rode my first racehorse when I was 9, just sitting on it, and then started riding out when I was 11 or 12. Quite a lot of the days that I'd have at home, I'd try and get up early and ride out. So I just loved it. It's pretty useful, Dad doing what he does.
So did you go racing with him as well?
Yeah, I used to follow him around everywhere.
Yeah.
Now I only follow him to Cheltenham, but
there's worse places to go, isn't there?
Yeah.
Just getting back to your cricket, then you played for the second 11. You debuted in June 2022, when you're still only 16. You're still doing your GCSEs, I guess, at the time.
Yeah. I don't have many. I don't think I got a wicket in that game. I remember bowling quite well. I hadn't actually played much academy cricket by then at all. I think I'd only played 3 games. So I was very, very new to a good standard of cricket. And Warwickshire put out pretty much world 11 that they had. Who played Chris Benjamin, we had Bethel Mousley playing. They had Ollie Stone when he was there.
So it was a big step up for you when you played that game, then? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a reality shock actually as well. Don't think I'd ever seen someone really attempt a scoop shot before.
And then last summer, 2024, you made your debut for the full side. Did you get a lot of notice before your debut on September the 9th against Middlesex at Lords?
I got a message from Mark Elaine, I think 5 days before. So a lot of notice in that respect, going, "You're going to Lords, baby," which was quite funny. But I didn't actually know I was playing in the team until 30 minutes before. All the players thought I was playing, but I didn't really believe it until I hear it from the coach. And when I walked in the morning, I saw a bit of a green seamer. I was quite excited. As the person I was competing over for that spot would have been Ed Middleton, who's a leg spinner. So I thought I probably had the advantage over him.
Yeah, the wicket's not going to have a leg spinner, is it? Quite like a right arm fast medium bowler. So what was it like then when you start? Which end did you bowl from? Nursery end or the?
I bowled from both, but I bowled pretty much all of it at the nursery end.
Tough first day. The Middlesex, their first innings got 377.
Yeah, I got peppered as well.
Yeah, 0 for 70. Yeah.
Yeah, I got absolutely peppered. It's a massive step up from second team cricket. I think it hit me quite early on. I actually got my first ball dropped a fraction short of second slip, which would have been, I think, pretty much the best first class debut ever for me. Playing at Lords and getting my first ball caught at second slip would have been amazing.
And were members of the family there? Dad there?
Yes, he turned up. I think he was there every day. But on the first day, he turned up late because I didn't know whether I was playing or not until so soon. So he said he'd drive down and I'd give him a call to come or not to come, turn around. But he turned up 30 minutes late, I think, when we first walked out. And I remember him, we were walking off for lunch and he just shoved his camera in my face, just looking up and seeing tears running down his face of happiness.
Well, Gloucestershire responded with 309 for 9 declared. And then, second innings, Middlesex, they went from 122 for 2. Richie Benner would have liked that score. And they were all out for 165, with Archie Bailey getting 4 for 30 in 6 overs.
Yeah. I think I bowled 2 at the start and got whacked. 2 or 3 at the start. Because Middlesex, they're in a sort of potential promotion.
They were for promotion, weren't they? Yeah.
So it was a must-win game for them. And we've been off and on for bad luck quite a few times. And I think the last day it wasn't looking overly too likely. So they came on with a proper Bazball sort of attitude to try and get as many runs as they could. And it just didn't really work out for them, and just completely collapsed.
You got some good victims though, amongst your 4 victims.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud with my first being Mark Stoneman.
Yeah, former Test player. You got Deploy out.
Yeah,
Mike Atherton's. I'll say Mike Atherton's son. It's easier to pronounce his name. And Toby Rowland Jones as well.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty happy with those 4. I was really happy with Lewis Deploy, because I'm primarily a seam bowler. I don't really tend to look to swing it. And I managed to finally nip one down the slope. All I'd been doing for the 3 days was nipping them up the slope. So I managed to finally get one to hold, and I got a nice LBW of Lewis Deploy.
And did you get Kim Bailey with the camera as you came off?
I did, yeah.
But what a start! A great win for Gloucestershire as well.
Yeah, it was a huge win for us. I don't think we were ever really in promotion push, but you're always going to want to win a game when you play, and winning that at Lords is a bit more special.
Had you ever been to Lords before?
Yeah, I was actually there the week before, because I think it was, who were playing? Sri Lanka. They had the Test match there.
That was the Test match where Joe Root got his record century at the time. Which day did you go? I went on the Saturday, so
I went on the last day.
Yeah.
But no, Dad used to always bring me to Middlesex Blast games at Lords because he's an MCC member. So I've got a lot of fond memories in there.
But the first time you'd ever played there, though?
Yeah.
Not a bad start for your first game at Lords.
No, yeah, I got a few smirky faces and people almost taking the piss out of me, saying, "You don't realise how lucky you are making your first class debut at Lords." I think a few of them had played at some pretty not nice grounds.
Your data is like gold to hackers. They're selling your passwords, bank details, and private messages. McAfee helps stop them. Secure VPN keeps your online activity private. AI-powered text scam detector spots phishing attempts instantly. And with award-winning antivirus, you get top-tier hacker protection. Plus, you'll get up to $2 million in identity theft coverage, all for just $39.99 for your first year. Visit McAfee.com. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
I'm ready for my life to change.
ABC Sundays, American Idol is all new.
Give it your all. Good luck. Come out with the golden ticket.
Let's hear it.
This is a man's world.
I've never seen anything like it.
And a new chapter begins.
We're going to Hollywood.
Carrie Underwood joins Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan, and Ryan Seacrest on American Idol. New Sundays, 8/7 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit Shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
The next game you played at the end of September against Glamorgan. That was a tough game for you.
Yeah, it was. It just wasn't offering anything for us. The pitch was quite wet. I think day one was called off very early on. The pitch was flooded all of day one, and none of us actually thought we'd play. And it was just, it was horrible. It was no bounce, no speed, no nothing really. It was just what a batter would like.
Well, to date, you've played 2 first-class matches, both on Test grounds.
Yeah, yeah. Wouldn't mind keeping that up as well.
Well, let's hope you get more games next season. Just wanted to mention, we've mentioned him quite a lot already, but I know your father loves cricket, and you said off air that he's now stopped playing. But can you give us an appraisal of his batting?
I've never seen it. His he tells this story quite a lot, so if you meet him, you'll probably hear it again. He scored 90 odd at the Oval. He's got the Player of the Match trophy on our cupboard with a little note at the newspaper of him in it. It's probably one of his proudest moments.
He does love his cricket, though. He likes watching it, doesn't he? He said he's an MCC member as well.
Yeah, absolutely adores it. If there's a cricket game on, it's on RTV. But yeah, he used to play every weekend. He used to set up long before me, he used to set up a weekend league for Lambourne trainers against Newbury trainers, I think.
But you're a bit young for the Cheltenham Gold Cup, Champion Hurdle and Grand National wins.
Yeah. That was
95 and 90 there.
Yeah, 95 and 90. That was 10 years and 15 years before me.
You don't think he's going to retire yet then? He's got an assistant now. There's two of them.
Yeah, so he got his shared license in the new year, so on the 1st. But no, he loves it so much.
Well, 1,500 winners, so he's not doing too bad.
No, not at all. He's had quite a few winners actually of date recently. So yeah, it's not slowing down.
But you must have seen some of the first Flow days because he was a successful horse in your time.
Yeah, my first Flow, and there's a horse called Harry Topper that was what I grew up watching of Dad's. The first Flow was a strange horse. He would have had pretty good odds in the Queen Mother Champion Chase if he were to have gone around Cheltenham well.
Yeah, I saw him win the Peterborough Chase at Huntingdon.
I can't remember that.
That was a couple of years ago. He won there. Yeah.
Well, yeah. One of my best memories watching him was he won a race at Ascot, and David Bass gave him one of the best rides that I'd ever seen. I'm not sure if Dad was there saying, but just drove him into every fence and was the outside of the pack and somehow won.
But you'll be off to Cheltenham with Dad every day, or just with the days when he's got runners?
I won't be around as Cheltenham. I've actually never been to the festival. Our tour overlaps this year with the festival.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And then beforehand, I was always at school, so I can never quite vouch to get out. So I've actually never been, but on every other Cheltenham meeting, I tend to go most days.
So how do you relax away from cricket? Is there relaxation away from cricket?
I play a lot of golf. Actually, I played with a mate today at Cleve. Do you know Cleve Hill?
Heard of that? Yeah.
We played 36 holes. Yeah,
shows how young you are if you're playing 36 holes. You see.
Yeah, I am quite stiff currently. I think I'll wake up quite stiff as well. But I love it. I've always played it.
So what's your handicap?
I haven't got an official one. It'd be two scores from today were 15 and 16. So it'd always be, it's always around that normally.
So you'd fit in well with the England training sessions now.
Yeah, it looks quite good fun, that. Cricket in the morning and golf at these expensive courses in the afternoon.
But on a serious note, as a young county cricketer, you're on a 2-year contract. Is it at the end of this season when you'll find out whether you get a new one or whatever happens?
Yeah, talks will go on throughout the whole summer. But yeah, you'd have your final decision at the end of the summer.
But obviously, that's what you want to continue doing, playing cricket.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, it's fairly scary going into your last year. Obviously, this is my first time going into my last year, but there's always that bit of doubt that if this doesn't go well, that could be me done.
Yeah, it sounds a glamorous life. Obviously, a young man playing something he loves, but you haven't got that sort of tenure like some people have got in other jobs, have you? You've got to, and you can, in any sport, you can get injured. So hopefully things will go well this year. But there is that pressure you're under, isn't there?
There's always that doubt. I think we compare it to football quite a lot. How a lot of the football players get 5-6 year deals. In cricket, 3 or 2 is probably your average.
Yeah.
Or even just another year extension. It's not quite the same, which is quite annoying.
Must be even harder when people have got families as well, when they've got mortgages and things like that, and they're only on 1-2 year contracts.
Yeah, I haven't actually asked any of the players what it's like, but I know some of them do stress a bit about it.
Let's just talk about a few cricketing subjects of note. You've mentioned it before, but what do you think to Bazball?
Bazball, it's no really word bar to put it far from interesting. It's obviously very fun to watch. I mean, you can never complain about an opening batter hitting the first ball for 4 or for 6 or.
Yeah, do you think that people in the county game now are going for it more at the start?
I actually think I saw a stat a while ago. The run rate has increased the last few years and before. So that probably would suggest that they would have. But I don't see around the circuit. You don't see many opening batters treating it like Duckett and Crawley do.
But if they do play in the Duckett-Crawley style, there are also advantages to you as a bowler. It gives you more chance to get them out.
Yeah, I mean, it significantly increases the percentage.
So likewise, if they score 24 off the first over, it can be quite demoralising.
Yeah, you do look like a bit of a fool, especially in a 4-day game. But yeah, it does emphasise the chances that you'll get.
And England playing India this summer, what are your thoughts on that?
It's 5-match series.
5-match series, yeah.
Yeah. I see. Our test squad is definitely the best out of our 3-4 matches, I think, at the moment. I think on home soil it'll be closer. Obviously, we went to go and play them out in India, like we did. I don't think it'll be as even. I'd like to say we'd win, but I think it will be very close.
And what about down under in the winter? Can we get the Ashes back?
It will be a big ask, I think, unfortunately. I think we need these, just, I don't know how to put it, the guaranteed people in your team. So before that was Jimmy, that was Stuart, we've still got Root. There's people that you know that you're going to perform week in, week out. And we're constantly rotating the squad at the moment. So yeah, I think it could be a big push.
So you think it could depend on whether the fast bowlers can remain fit?
Yeah, I really like the look of Cars, running Cars. Gus Atkinson's obviously got a very good record to his name. Woods are always incredible to watch. But their team looks so strong with their bowlers as well.
What about Gloucestershire then for 2025? Winners last year of the Vitality Blast, 7th in the Division 2 of the County Championship.
Our aim is to obviously retain the Blast and get promotion. But I think more of the push is towards a Red Bull. We really do want to be in Division 1 in the near future. And I know Mark Lane's said a lot about it, how he wants to have a big push in our Red Bull, and was very disappointed with the 7th finish that we had because I think we've got a good squad. A lot of players coming to their golden years, as people would say. That there's no reason why we can't be in Division 1.
More importantly, are you hoping to get in that first team?
Yes. Yeah, obviously, I do hope to be in it. I'd like to play more of the... I obviously wouldn't complain being the first name on the score sheet, but I'd like to play quite a few 4-day games. Just be almost a rotational player in and out. I think that's the aim for this year.
When the season starts, there's like 7 county games in a very short period of time. So,
yeah,
especially with bowlers, you've got to rotate a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, you can never ask the seamer to play 7 on the trot. Otherwise, that's their season done pretty much. So I'm hoping to be that next man, or pretty much the next man in when they do rotate. And
white ball cricket, are you hoping to play some of the 50 over games?
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping to play a lot of the 50 over games. That was my aim last summer, was to play quite a few of them, which sadly didn't go ahead. Didn't get picked, but I think with us winning the Blast, I think we're hoping to have a few more players go to the 100, which will free up a few spaces in the team.
That must have been a special day for Gloucestershire. They're winning the Blast. They were the outsiders, really, of the 4, weren't they, in the final?
Yeah, we were definitely the underdogs. I think we quite like that underdog mentality, because it was at Sussex, Somerset, and Surrey in the finals. All 3 very big, well-known counties. Obviously, we're not well known, but we were obviously the underdogs, and we loved that role, and we pretty much walked both games, outbowled them, and just chased it down fairly comfortably in both.
Has Mark Elaine made a real difference?
Yeah, I didn't spend much time. I didn't spend any time under Dale Bengerstein, really. I'd have had 2 months with him during the winter. But Mark's, I quite like to say, he's almost a 12th player. What he's like around the change room, he's pretty much another lad. You can say it like that. He's just such a happy and smiley person. Cracks up a few jokes, and it's such nice to have that energy for a coach.
And he's done everything with Gloucestershire.
Yeah, absolutely. He's done everything.
Thank you very much, Archie, for being on the Paddock and the Pavilion. You're definitely the first, I should say son and father, really, rather than father and son, shouldn't I? You are one of these perfect guests, though. You don't get many like this. A county cricketer whose dad is a Grand National winning trainer. That you must be the only one of those, that's for certain. The very best of luck for the new season, and hopefully you get plenty of games in that Gloucestershire first team and get that contract at the end of the season.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Hopefully, indeed.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.